Hey everyone, Delta Fan 270 here with a airport update on Palms International Airport for November. And I haven't made one in a while. It's just because I've been busy. And there's 4 new models in this update. And a new piece of grass on this board. And that's the only reason I did this update was because of this piece of grass. But yeah, I'm just kidding. So we're gonna start out with board number 1. So starting off on runway 9 right, we have a Delta A330-200. That's going to be going to Atlanta, and it came from Buenos Aires. And taxiing, we have a United 737-800. That's going to be going to Houston Intercontinental, and it came from Newark. This Delta A319, that's going to be going to Grand Cayman, and it came from Memphis. All the way down here, we have an American A319 Allegheny. That's going to be making a flight to Detroit, and it came from Indianapolis. And taking off, we have an American Airlines 737-800. That's going to be going to Newark, and it came from Salt Lake City. Now on to the arrival runway, which is runway 9 left. And just about to touch down, we have a Delta Airlines MD-90. That's coming in from Denver. It's going to make a flight over to Tucson. And the time frame for the airport right now is 11 a.m., by the way. This American MD-80. Hold on. That's going to be going to Minneapolis, and it came from St. Louis. This 737-300, it came in from Nashville, and it's going to make a flight over to Atlanta later. And it's going to cross runway 9 right to get to Terminal 7, which is, it would be like over here-ish if this area was extended. But you'll see it on later on in the update. So it's going to go to Terminal 7. And this is the first new model. This is the Icelandair 767-300. This is their inaugural flight to the airport. And it wouldn't normally be coming in this early. It would come in, well, the way it would work is similar to how Orlando works. With Icelandair, it would come in at 8 and it would take off at 6. So the flight that came in at 8 would just take off at 6 the next day. And that's how this works. But just to do all the ceremonies and stuff, it's coming in at 11. So, yeah. And that's the Follow Me car right there, leading them to the terminal. And the terminal that they're going to isn't in this area. Like this area here. So, I'll get to that later. And now to Terminal 2. I know the numbering is really weird with these, so I don't know why I did it like that, but I'm not really going to change it. But this JetBlue A320 with sharklets, that's going to be going to Cancun, and it came from Buffalo. This JetBlue A320 is I Heart New York. This is coming in from Chicago Air, and it's going to make a flight over to San Juan. This JetBlue A321 is about to push back for a flight to Los Angeles, and it came from Boston. And this JetBlue A320 is going to push back pretty soon, the 10th anniversary. That's going to be making a flight to Fort Lauderdale, and it came from near JFK. Now on to Terminal 1. This Delta A320 is just pulling in the gate from Cancun, and it's going to make a flight over to Fort Lauderdale later. This Delta 739, that's going to be making a flight over to Charleston, and it came from Huntsville. Getting ready to be pushed back, we have a Delta MD-88. That's going to make a flight over to Kansas City, and it came from New Orleans. This Delta MD-88, that's going to be making a flight over to Newark, and it came from Baltimore. Yeah, no, actually, that came from Philadelphia, not Baltimore. This Delta 752 just came in. It's getting some service. This came in from Pensacola, and it's going to make a flight over to Salt Lake City. This Delta 738, that's going to make a flight over to St. Louis, and it came from Colorado Springs. This Delta 739, that's the Spirit of Seattle. That's pushing back for a flight to Boston, and it came from San Antonio. This Delta A320, that's going to be making a flight over to Orlando. It came from Grand Rapids. This Delta 739, that's going to be making a flight over to Raleigh-Durham, and it came from Milwaukee. This Delta 752 Sky Team is about to push back for a flight to Las Vegas, and it came from San Juan. This Delta 767-300 is about to push back for a flight to Portland, and it came from Minneapolis. This Delta 763 is getting some service, the Habitat for Humanity. That's going to be making a flight to Phoenix, and it came from Atlanta. And this Delta 753 is just getting some catering. That's going to be making a flight to Los Angeles, and it came from Detroit. This China Southern 777-200 is going to be, that's getting ready for a flight to Guangzhou, and it came in from there. This Korean Air 777-300 is going to be making a flight over to Seoul around 12:20 p.m. This Delta A330-300, that's going to be, or that's pushing back right now for a flight to Honolulu, and it came from Honolulu, and just came in, and it's pulling into the gate. This Air France A340 came in from Paris Charles de Gaulle, and it's going to make a flight back over there later. This Delta 777-200, that's going to be making a flight over to Tokyo Narita, and it came from Sao Paulo. Now we're by Terminal 5, we have a Delta MD-88 that just pushed back. That's going to be making a flight to Omaha, and it came from Baltimore. Now over to the second port, we have a Delta 717. That's going to be taxiing the runway 10 left, which would be, it would be like sort of over here, but it would be farther away, like in the palm tree, obviously. I'm gonna have a link to the full airport diagram in the description, most likely. So to get a better idea, you can look at that. But this Delta 717, that's gonna be making a flight over to Chicago O'Hare, and it came from Birmingham. And over here, Frontier A319 just pushed back. And they pushed it back over here because there was nothing parked here, and just to get out of the way of outbound traffic. So this Frontier A319, that's going to be going to Denver, and it came from Chicago. And just pushed back on the other side, we have a United 757-300 that pushed back for San Francisco, and it came from Chicago O'Hare. Over here we have a Silver Airways Saab 340 that's going to be making a flight over to Key West, and it came from Key West. This United Express CRJ-200, that's going to be making a flight to Miami, and it came from Orlando. This United A319 just came in. See, it's getting some service. That came in from Boston, and it's going to make a flight over to San Juan. This United Express CRJ-700, that's going to be making a flight over to Cleveland, and it came from Washington National. Just about to push back over here, we have United Airlines Friendship A320. That's going to be making a flight to Washington Dulles, and it came from Denver. And just pulling through the gate, we have a United Airlines A320. That's coming in from Seattle, and it's going to make a flight over to Newark. And over here, Frontier has two gates now, by the way. This came back from over here. Over here we have a Frontier A320 with Sharklets Griswold, the Bear. That's going to Phoenix, and it came from Miami. And over here we have a Virgin America A319. That's going to be making a flight over to... So now we're here on board number 3, and I'm going to start off with the stuff that's taxiing around the terminal. So first, we have this American Airlines A330-300. That's making a flight to Honolulu, and it came from Dublin and pushed back from over here. And over on this side, we have a US Airways A320 operating as American. That just pushed back for a flight to Cancun, and it came in from Philadelphia. And just pulling into the FedEx terminal, there's two parking spaces here. We have a FedEx MD-10 that came in from Toronto Pearson, and it's going to make a flight to Los Angeles. Now on Terminal 6, we have an American 777-300. That's going to be making a flight to Hong Kong, and it came from Buenos Aires. This is the third new model. That was actually the second. I don't think I said that. This American 767-300. That's just getting some heavy service. That's going to be making a flight to Miami, and it's came in from New York JFK, and then it's going to come back here, and then it's going to make a flight to Madrid. Then this is the fourth new model. This is the American Airlines. Wow, I don't know what it is with 777. 737-300 Reno Air. That's going to be making a flight to Boston, and it came from New York LaGuardia. This American Airlines A319. That's going to be making a flight to Austin, and it came from El Paso. Over here we have an American Airlines 737-800 getting some service. That's going to be making a flight over to Atlanta, and it came from Montego Bay. Parked over here, we have an American Airlines 757-200 getting some service, or about to. This is going to be making a flight to Chicago O'Hare, and it came from Dallas Fort Worth. And from Chicago, it's going to come back here and then make a flight over to Los Angeles. Over here, we have an American Eagle CRJ 700. That's going to be making a flight over to Cincinnati, and it came from Orlando. Just about to push back, we have an American Airlines A321. That's going to be making a flight to Denver, and it came from Las Vegas. And over here, we have an Interjet A320 about to push back for a flight to Mexico City, and it came from Mexico City. Over here we have a LATAM that's about to start the boarding process. The catering truck is going away now. This is going to be making a flight over to Lima, and it came from Lima. Over here at the UPS terminal, there's not much going on. We have a UPS MD-11 that's going to be making a flight to Dallas Fort Worth, and it came from Chicago O'Hare. You can see there's a little crew bus driving around the roads, or what would be roads. They absolutely aren't painted, but I might do that sometime. I'm not really sure though. And then over here we have UPS 767-300. That's going to Miami, and it came from Minneapolis. So over here on this little maintenance area, this would be on the south side of the airport, and this wouldn't be all of it. There would be like 3 Delta hangars like this. But over here in this little parking space, we have a Cargo 360 747-300 operated by Southern Air. That's going to be making a flight to Cincinnati, and it came from Cincinnati. And over here we have an Air Trans 717 Orlando Magics operating as Delta today. This had some problems going out of Chicago Midway. They weren't big problems, but they were enough that it probably shouldn't go out to fly again until it's fixed. And they're going to try to fix it, and in a few hours, if it's fixed, it'll go out to Nashville, but if it's not, then we'll just fly in something else. So on this board, which is in a different room, and these two aren't meant to be connected in any way. This is on the south side of the airport, and this would be more on the eastern side of the airport. This would be on the eastern side of the airport, but anyway. Over here, we have a Northwest Airlines CRJ-900 operated by Delta Connection. That's going to be making a flight over to Houston Hobby, and it came from Louisville. Over here, we have a Delta Connection CRJ-700. That's going to be making a flight over to Cozumel, and it came from Chattanooga. And over here, we have a Delta Saab 340. That's going to be making a flight to Tallahassee, and it came from Jacksonville. Just about to pull in the gates, we have a Delta Connection E-170. This is coming in from Buffalo, and it's going to make a flight over to Dallas Fort Worth. Just about to push back, we have a Hawaiian A330-300. That's going to be making a flight over to, that's going to Kahului, and it came from Honolulu. Over here, we have a Southwest 737-700 Nevada Battleborn. That's going to be going to Boston, and it came from Houston Hobby. Over here we have a Southwest 737-800. That's going to be going to Chicago Midway, and it came from Denver. I'm pulling the gate, we have like a fictional Heritage Southwest livery. I just did this because I have an Air Trans 737, so that's what this is doing. This Air Trans 737, that's coming in from Fort Lauderdale, and it came in from No, it's coming in from Fort Lauderdale, and it's going to make a flight to Washington now. So this is a taxiway that parallels 10 left and 28 right. And right now, 10 left and 10 right are being used for arrivals because it's really busy right now. But normally it would be 10 left for takeoff and 10 right for landing. But this Air Canada Rouge Senti 7300 came on 10 left from Toronto Pearson, and it's gonna make a flight over to Toronto Pearson later. And coming off the runway, we have a Sun Country 737-800 that came in from Minneapolis, and it's gonna make a flight over there later. So over here, these are remote stands that would be on the southern side of the airport, and I tried to make like a remote terminal over here. This would be a lot bigger than it actually is. There would be another side to it to park other aircraft, and there would be about 3 of these terminal things here. It would be kind of like LAX, but here's an empty terminal. And over here we have an Emirates A380. That came in from Dubai around 8 a.m. today, and it's gonna be going out at around 8 p.m. And I tried to make like a little wall thing here and buses, and it would be towed over here to this thing here. This is where all the international flights come in and depart, so it'd be getting towed over there. But yeah, so that's all for this November update. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully some more things will be done on the airport next time, like hopefully this taxiway here will be painted, and this one over here, and this board being painted, and the other boards being painted. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this update, and I'll see you next time whenever the other one comes out.